You are tuned in to What a Baltimore Online Radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed are of the host and not of Lady J Media. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. I am your host, Don Hansboro. I hope everybody's having a cool day. It is hot out there. Please drink your water and stay hydrated. I am coming to you live from Butterfly Entertainment Studios. This is What Up Baltimore Online Radio Spitfire Poetry. We have three wonderful poets on this evening. We're just going to get right into it and introduce all three of them. This is the first time that I've had more than just two artists on, so I'm going to try to let everybody get three poems, and then we're going to talk about some things and stuff like that. But first, we have my Jasmine Cox. How you doing, Jasmine? I met Jasmine at another poetry event, Poets for Dinner. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to my sister Grace Givens. And then we have Cassandra, Queen of the Pen. How you doing, Cassandra? I met Cassandra at the Book Expo. Urban Reads.
How you doing?
Good. Yes, I met Cassandra at the Urban Reads Book Expo. We had a shout out to Tia Hamilton for that one. And then we have my brother Walter. How you doing, Walter Murray? What's going on, Walter?
Hello, good brother, and hello, Jasmine and Queen.
Hello, Walter.
How's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Excited. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm excited too. I can't wait to get it in. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna let one of the ladies start off first, Walter. All right.
Sure.
We're gonna go with Queen of the Pen first, and then we're gonna let Jasmine Cox do hers after that.
All right. The Queen get to go first. Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with something a little short.
Okay.
It's a poem, and it's called Black Lives Matter.
Gotcha.
Yeah, bear with me. I'm gonna be reading off of my screen because my memory a little short now. All right. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter on t-shirts. Black Lives Matter on hats. Black Lives Matter on buttons. Black Lives Matter on masks. Black Lives Matter as hashtags. Black Lives Matter on picket signs. Black Lives Matter on TV. Black Lives Matter marching down Martin Luther King. Black Lives Matter after 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Black Lives Matter after 32 shots and 6 bullets. Black Lives Matter after backs are turned and running away. Black Lives Matter when tears are dried and bodies are in the grave. Black Lives Matter at candlelight visuals, balloon release, and anniversary dates. Black Lives Matter after our children fail and the expectations has been lowered. Black Lives Matter after the Black woman has been beaten and belittled. Black Lives Matter after the Black man has been stripped of all things he's built within. Black Lives Matter after the Black man has been released from the pen. Black lives only seem to matter when they end. My Black life should matter from start to finish.
Damn, okay, we just jumping right out. All right. I love it. Black Lives Matter. I mean, I can ask you what was the inspiration for that poem, but I know it was so many different things probably that's been going on the last, I guess, year or so or more. But before we let Jasmine go, really quick, Cassandra, let me know, like, what were you feeling though when you wrote that? Do you remember? Were you like angry or were you like a little saddened because of the things that was going on in our country or whatever? Like, how was you feeling when you wrote that?
When I wrote that, I was feeling both. I was feeling like, it's so much going on in the world with violence, violence towards Black people. And I just felt like it always take a tragedy to unite us together. And it goes all the way back to even when I was a little kid. You would see your family more when it was a funeral. versus, during the celebration times. So that mentality to me still sticks with us. And it's like Black life should not matter after the fact.
Right.
We gotta use this slogan and this hashtag, to bring some positivity in. So Black lives should be matter first. It should be a priority, not an afterthought.
Right. I love it. I love it. Jasmine, how you doing, Jasmine?
Man, I'm all right. Trying to figure out how to follow up.
It's all good. We having some fun tonight. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead with your first poem. I can't wait to hear you. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you.
It's been quite a long time. I'm pretty sure COVID is the biggest impact, right?
Absolutely. Definitely.
I'm a go ahead. I'm a ride the wave that she's on. I also have a poem about Black lives, but it is called Mothers.
Okay.
Mothers of earth and mothers of life. I can tell that you are saddened. I can see it in your gray skies. Death has come upon us like a street sweeper, claiming so many Black lives. On my journey, many nights I have cried, but Black lives lost makes me weep. I weep when I see too many common Facebook stats that commands loved ones to rest in peace. But things get crazy when they die by the hands of the police. Either way, my heart disagrees, and I hope they all rest in a peaceful sleep. You can't have peace when your life is snatched away violently. And as your soul departs freely, pigs leave you lifeless in the street, taking countless hours to cover you with the infamous white sheet. Bodies on display. To Blacks it's a trick, to whites it's a treat. No one found guilty but the victim. So xenophobic cops continue to walk the beat. Media regurgitates bullshit, premeditated excuses as to why it was right. It was all in self-defense, or he was afraid for his life. We are God in the flesh, created in his image. So why is the value of Black lives based on so many contingents? Once upon a time, they said the good die young. Well, good must only be found in the hearts of our Black sons. If their souls were as dark as their melanin, you require a lot more power than those handguns. Young, thuggish, evil, you exclaim. All of your self-hate and prejudice has tarnished our royal name, niggas, truly meaning kings and queens. Your disdain for melanated creation caused you to see red. So thank you, America, for supplying the white cops and blue suits to put bullets in our Black heads. I mean, our Black kids. It seems Black lives don't matter because we're all ending up dead. So I weep. In peace.
That was absolutely wonderful, Jasmine. That's deep right there.
Thank you.
That's deep. That's deep. I can hear a lot in that, but tell me how you was feeling when you came up with that, or what was the inspiration to that?
My Black son. I never ever want to be the mother on display. I never want to be the mother on display for a miscommunication or a lack of time for my son to explain himself. It's really just scary. And like the Queen said, it's like the life doesn't matter until it's an afterthought. Once it's over, now everybody is trying to make the entire world see why this Black person mattered, and that really shouldn't ever be the case.
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. That was deep. Y'all really starting this off good tonight, I tell you. Go ahead, Cassandra, what'd you say?
I said, yes, sister, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Walter, you got anything you want to say about either one of these ladies' poems, bro?
Oh man, I don't know if I can come behind these such profound, prolific words. Yeah. Being a brother, I'm just a little emotional right now. And I just listening, just hearing thinking about my son, thinking about myself, all of the brothers, including John, Professor Spitfire. I'd like to call him Professor Spitfire. But I think that hearing this from two sisters,
right,
it shows you the pain and the fear, which I think is more fear and pain in the sisters than it is in the brothers, because it is the sisters who carry these young men, who birth these young men. It's nothing like a mother's love. Just like when Mary watched her son on the cross,
Yes.
and some of the things that she said from a mother's standpoint, and just my wife, how she feels about our son, and my daughter, how she feels about her son, and how my mother feels about me and our safety. I just to hear it come from two sisters. I'm just speechless. I mean, I know I spoke, but I'm just letting it marinate, brother. I'm taking that in. I'm taking that in.
And thank you to both of you ladies, because that was a great start off. That was that was really good. Both y'all came with something very deep, and it's something that is constantly something that I think about too. Just when I just get in my car to leave my house to go get a bag of ice, as a possibility that I may not even come back to see my two daughters and my wife. So it's very serious. We just gotta be as safe as we can, be as vigilant as we can, and be there to help one another in a time of need. We really got to help each other. All right, my man Walter, we're gonna let you go ahead and get yours in, man. Walter, we on a different show. My wife and his wife, and he thanked us on a trivia game about the 70s, and I was born in the 70s. So if it was the 80s and 90s, I'm coming for you next time, bro. Yeah, but whenever you're ready, though, Walter.
Excuse me.
Right.
Crazy. Crazy is so derogatory. Crazy is so derogatory. Crazy is shameful. Am I crazy? Am I? Because I hear voices? Am I crazy because I'm depressed? Am I crazy because I'm paranoid? Tell me. Am I crazy because I have high anxiety levels? Am I crazy because I went through a traumatic experience? Am I crazy because the doctor told me I have bipolar disorder? Or am I crazy because I can't seem to just get over this addiction? I'm just a patient who is ill, but I'm scared to get help because you call me crazy. I feel alone. I'm not accepted. I'm stigmatized. I'm just a damn castaway. Who wants to be called crazy? Tell you what, all you people out there with your GI disorders, strokes, sickle cell anemia, your heart disease, your arthritis, cancers, sleep apnea, pulmonary disease, and all the many other patients that I can think of. Well, how come y'all can't be called crazy? I am just a patient, just like you are a patient. I go to the hospital, just like you go to the hospital. I go see a doctor, a medical doctor, just like you go see a medical doctor. I'm even called crazy because I tried to kill myself. Tried to kill myself. Or even tried to hurt myself because the voices, they're telling me to do it. And you have the nerve to call me crazy because I'm having a hard time trying to get over it. Get over what? You may ask. Being a failure. I can't get past this significant loss. I can't get past a life-altering event. But you tell me I'm crazy because it's hard for me to get over it. Instead, I'll go to a sports bar to see the teams play sports. You know what? I don't even know anything about sports. Football, y'all call it whatever that is. Basketball, I guess they throw that in a hoop. Baseball, that so-called hockey stuff. But guess what? I feel normal being around others who are drinking. Really? Really? I mean, really? You are telling me to get over it? I'll tell you what. Put on my stilettos, my pumps, my sneakers. Put on my sandals. Put on my bobos, my brogans. Put on my lizards and my flats. Put on my high heels. Hey, put on my Chuck Taylors. Spend a day in my construction boots. How about put on my rain boots and my snowshoes? How about my top 10 Adidas? Why don't you wear these? Put these on. You know what? How about my sandals? Wear my sandals. Put those on. You know what? I'll tell you what. Put my slippers on. Put these on. Put them on. Spend a day in them, a night in them. And then you'll stop calling me crazy. You will. And you'll understand I am a patient. I'm just a patient who needs love, care, concern, and I need support. Thank
you. I gotta clap that one up, Walter. That was absolutely wonderful, and the courage and the strength to be able to articulate how you feel and what's like that's absolutely amazing. Like I love every part of that, even the taking off the shirt with the like you got into what you're saying. Like it's you're the professor, sir, not me, because I didn't. You're definitely the professor. I love that. What was the name of that again, Walter?
It's untitled right now,
Mm-hmm.
and there's reasons for it.
Right. Is that still an ongoing poem that you're writing?
No, it's actually completed.
Okay.
But the reason why it's untitled is because when you're dealing with mental health and mental illness, there's so many variables and so many titles.
Right.
And it's just very hard for me to land one. But I do believe that I will get a title. But I want to take my time.
Right. Your title is king, though, brother. That's your title right there.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Right. Definitely. Definitely, man. You know I got love for you, brother. Anytime you need to holler at me, just hit me up. You know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Queen Pen, what you got next for us, sweetie?
Hey. I don't know. I feel a little crazy now, Walter. I was like, wait a minute, I can identify with some of this. I gotta check myself.
I wrote that because this was actually I did this at an event where I actually won first prize at a government event, and I also had did this in another venue, and the goal here is to let people know that the mental health client or the client who's suffering with mental health, from depression to bipolar to schizophrenia, they are patients just like any other patients.
Yes.
And for some odd reason, we just, as a society, even as a church, we just cannot, either we choose not to understand, and yet people are dying, committing suicide, and it doesn't have to be that way. And trauma is big. We talk about when we talk about Black Lives Matter and the trauma that many of our brothers and sisters, and not only that, just kids watching what happens, that's all traumatizing.
Yes, it is.
And when we think about mental health and their well-being, so that's why I just want to, I think Professor Spitfire for giving me this platform.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure having you on here, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely my pleasure having all three of you on here. All my pleasure. All right, Cassandra, whenever you're ready. Did Cassandra Jasmine, did y'all want to say anything about that last poem?
I did.
I was feeling it on so many levels because it touched so many levels. It all starts with the word crazy, but people don't realize that how deep the illnesses are, mental health illnesses are, and they think, even the undiagnosed ones, people are really suffering. And a lot of mental health patients are normally alone and isolated because some people are scared because they don't know how to approach it. They don't know how to approach the person. They don't know what they can do to, help them. So it's a lot that we need to learn as a whole, just about mental health. And I do believe that, a lot of people with mental health kind of start isolating themselves because they're misunderstood.
Right.
They're misunderstood and they feel like black sheep. I used to feel like the black sheep of my family for a long time, just because I did things different, and I always felt, and I would be like, oh, my family, I feel like the black sheep, like like the odd one out. So when you have a mental illness, I do believe you feel like that, the odd one out, and nobody can really, put themselves in your shoes,
right?
So we just got to figure out a way how to, all come together and help each other. You never know who's suffering. You never know.
Yeah, I wrote that this spoken word, and this is actually I've done things like this in the past, but I wrote this because as a mental health provider and a professional, and seeing what individuals actually go through. Before I became a mental health provider, a professional, I looked at surface. But then when you start talking to people, you get the backstory.
Right.
Yes.
And I encourage the listeners, and including my colleagues, my 2 new colleagues here. I can't wait to hear them again. But my colleagues, I encourage us all to, before we make a judgment call, take some time, put those shoes on and get the backstory.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then you'll see something totally different.
Very well said, brother. Absolutely. Very well said. Cassandra, whenever you're ready. Jasmine, did you want to say something really fast about his last poem before Cassandra goes?
I just wanted to, she pretty much summed it up. It is crazy. Most people are so misunderstood, afraid to take steps. So people assume that everything is okay. And then you label them crazy. But I was going to say, maybe you should consider calling it stigmata, because it's a stigma in our community to seek help for mental illness.
Yes, that's good.
So that's it.
See, John, that's why you got me here. You don't even realize you helped me. You helped me.
That's it. Sometimes you don't have a title.
Yes,
the words just come out.
Right.
That's why I need to be in a platform of some prolific professionals.
You'll be back. All the time. You'll definitely be back, bro. You'll definitely be back. All right. Cassandra, whenever you're ready, sis, you can go ahead.
All right. This one is called Fabric of Our Lives. All right. Fabric of our lives. Money, 75% cotton, 25% linen, picked by 100% of my ancestors. 3/4 of a pound of cotton in each pound of dollar bills y'all niggas kill over every day. Bloodshed, liquids and solids, gunshots ring out in violence. Metal fragments align the street, concrete and gravel. The same elements that created Earth are being used to destroy it. It's a vicious cycle. Wash, rinse, spin, repeat. Hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, and wildfires. Prayer, unity, and then silence. Mass shootings, political uproars, and civil wars are all a part of the fabric of our lives. 2 shapes created to mold and drive the human race, which people compete for. There is only one finish line, and no one really wants to die, but everyone will. Convinced to leave a will and testament. Who will inherit your most prized possessions? Money, children, and land. The way it all began, it will end. 75% cotton, 25% linen. The fabric of our lives clothed us in the beginning. We were taught that it's all about the dollar bill, and nothing happens unless you got it, and you can't live without it. It measures the success of a man, and at the same time, it can destroy him. You can't take it with you when you go, but it's needed to plan your funeral, to bury you in the finest fabrics and lower you deep down in the ground in a casket. It's a vicious cycle. The same elements that created Earth are being used to destroy it. The fabrics of our lives. Money, 75% cotton, 25% linen, picked by 100% of my ancestors.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Bringing it tonight. Oh, y'all bringing it tonight. I love this, man. It is a pleasure to have y'all on here. I'm telling you, this does my heart well. I mean it. This is. I mean, Cassandra, Queen of the Pen. Oh my God! Like I don't even know where to begin. Picked by 100% of my aunts. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh,
money is made. Money is literally. I researched this. Money is literally made of 75% cotton and 25% linen.
Wow.
Which our ancestors were in the cotton fields picking this.
What inspired you for that?
What inspired me?
Yeah.
I just thought about the love of money, how money got two sides. Money is like the angel and the devil on your shoulders. It could be good and it could be bad. It could help, but then it could cause evil. You know, people kill over it, but then some people use it for good to help people. It's two-sided, and it made me think of it. And I said, you know what? I took out a dollar bill out of my pocket one day, and I just touched it and was feeling it. I said, what is money actually made of? And when I looked it up, it said cotton and linen, 75% cotton, 25% linen.
That's I
mean, my mind just went from there.
Right.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. I love that. The way you put that together was really, really nice. Jasmine, did you want to speak on that? You got anything you want to say about that poem? That was so good.
I don't. That was just really dope. I like that. I like that.
What you think, Walter? You got anything you want to add?
What I have to add is a dissertation, but I don't have time for that. And I know you ain't gonna let me do that, John. Because I'm about to go into professor mode. But I know this ain't the platform for it. But all I'm gonna say is, wow! I'm just like I learned something. I mean, wow!
Yeah,
that can go so many different ways. Just from the fact of that 70%. And when I think about the world's, even this United States, when I think about the wealth that they have acquired, and I look at the percentage of the backs of our people, I'm just amazed.
I love the way you put that together, Cassandra. I really do.
Yes.
I mean,
thank you.
It was breathtaking. All right, Jasmine, whenever you're ready.
All right, Jasmine.
I'm a jump into this one. This is called Heir of Divine Hair. This this shit right here is more than a fad to me. In fact, it's more like a badge to me. You know, Black pride for the whole world to see. Pride that resides in the belief that power of life is a gift wrapped in self, coiled strands and gifted to me. With this tongue, I refuse to utter dreadlocks. I do not dread these locks. What I dread is the bullshit questions and comments like your hair was so pretty and why would you do that? Or your hair was so curly, but your locks, they don't prove that. I dread being profiled by people of a similar or same hue for rocking my cold roots. Glad it ain't like rent because my new growth is 3 months past due. See, my locks have unlocked a state of mind, someplace called undefined. In this state, everything flows free, like me, energy. It reminds me that I'm locked into a bloodline of divine royalty. I'm an heir to hair that can defy gravity. These locks I rock will forever serve as my crown. They remind me to stay rooted and grounded. No matter how much life may be pulling, especially with the gravity of negative energy weighing me down, these locks have taught me patience comes with growth and growth from patience. Most importantly, always trust the process. And peace.
Love it, Jasmine. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, Jazz.
That
Thank
was
you,
awesome.
thank you, thank you,
Yes.
Give me that.
Um,
thank you.
can I respond?
Hold up, Walter. Give me that title one more time. What was the title, Jasmine?
I'm an heir of divine hair.
An heir of divine hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Go ahead, bro. What you got? What
Thank
you
you.
got for me, bro?
All I want to say is the black woman's hair is her glory.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
it's her glory. And whether I don't care, it's her hair, whether it's short or whether it's her glory. And for you to come out like you did with that, it just reminds me of, you know, the identity issues of a lot of our sisters that I think mainly was spearheaded by our so-called mamsy-pamsy men trying to define you what you should look like and and how you should be. And just from the standpoint of making a statement to these so-called norms,
right?
That, hey, there's nothing abnormal about my hair. There's nothing abnormal. You the one got the problem.
Absolutely.
You the one got the issue. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, like, wow.
Absolutely.
I'm just.
Well, for us, bro. It's your turn right now. Actually.
Well, I only had one for the night.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I only had one for the night.
I'll tell you what, you can help me listen to these wonderful ladies carry it out.
Hey, listen, I'm not going anywhere, brother.
Definitely. And Cassandra, the name of the poem that I'm sorry, Queen of the Pen. That second poem that you did, that sounds like the title. I loved it, and it caught me from just the title because it sounds like the name of like a TV show or like a soap opera or something. Like
Fabric of Our Lives.
Right, I love that because I used to watch it when I was over a lot.
Fabric of
all that, Young and the Restless. So that was awesome. All right, so let me see. I think it's your turn right now, actually, Queen of the Pen.
All right. So it's funny because as Jasmine was doing her hair poem, I said, I did a hair poem before. I actually performed this at the National Hair Care Expo a couple of years back.
Oh, okay.
So I was over here like, oh, let me go find this poem real quick. So I could piggyback off of that one, Miss Jasmine.
All right.
All right. I'm going to do this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You ready?
Yep, let's do it.
It's okay, so it's just entitled Hair.
Okay.
Hair. Why does this thing that covers my head cause so much controversy? Mentally conditioned to think that if my kinks aren't straight, then I'm nappy. And being nappy couldn't possibly make you happy, especially when you can be anything but. With relaxers, chemicals, and heat, you can be a long hair blonde or wear your hair in a short bob. And for a couple of $100, you can have Indian in your family. The hair business is $1 billion industry, and none of this money is spent in our community. Scared to embrace who we are from our culture from which we were robbed. Natural hair, braids, locks, and dreads, afros with the picks that stand straight up in our head, like the fist we once proudly threw in the air. Right on, my brothers and sisters, from the mouths of leaders once glared. passed down from generation to generation to generation, from black to Asian, even Malaysian. It's all fashion to us, but for them, it's sacred. By giving their head to God, they're letting go of their ego, and we purchase it so all can multiply by 10, covering up who we are really within, as if we are ashamed of the person within, because that's the reflection we are supposed to project. Society still won't accept our crown and glory, hardship stories, or unanswered questions about our roots, because that's where it all stems from. The lack of knowledge forced to reinvent ourselves. Talked about, teased, and turned away because others aren't pleased with our outward appearance. Bad hair days control us. Good hair days can be brought. Hair. Why does this thing that covers my head cause so much controversy?
Right. Right. That was absolutely wonderful. Queen of Pen. I'm sorry, I keep saying your name. That
it's cool. It's cool.
I mean, I'm winning right now. I mean, I'm so blessed to have this platform. I want to give a shout out to Lady J. Man, this is crazy. Thank you for this platform. You know, this is not about me at all. You know what I mean? It really is, and this is about the artists that come on my show. This is about for me. This is what it's all about, for us to be able to come on here and express ourselves and to get feedback on it. And if we're going through whatever we're going through in our life, that we can express ourselves and someone else can understand that they're not the only one going through what they're going through.
Yeah.
There's a community of people that's all going through the same thing. That's why we gotta each one help one. So I mean, I thank you guys for being on here, because this is really wonderful. I love it. I love it. This is why I do it. All right, Jazz. That was Queen of the Pencil. Jasmine, what you got for us, sis?
Yes, come on, Jasmine.
Yeah, Jazzy, come on, girl.
I got one. Yeah. I'm so torn. I got another one. I have one called. I'm gonna keep it cool. It's called Third Eye.
All right.
This to close us out, I guess. It's called Third Eye. Mind extra clouded. Now certain things are contemplated. On cloud 29, being up here makes it complicated. Maybe because I'm not high, I just took a moment to let my spirit levitate. But I guess I'm closer to God because the sinner side of me is slowly fading. Internal battles of tug of war, no ties, no debating. Every day is a struggle until I strip my soul completely naked. Right hand wide open for the blessings I'm awaiting. Left hand tucked away to hold on to old messes I created. It's all good as long as the foul is in its vessel. I mean, this temple. Holding on to the negative shit just seems so simple. Overindulging in what used to be fun. When I take a glance back, I realize I've been on a run. Closer to God and further from self. Fuck the green money. I need more spiritual wealth and peace.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We're gonna keep it going. Queen of the Pen, you got one you want to speak for us? We're gonna go ahead and just keep it going to 8, because I just can't get enough. I'm sorry, I can't get enough.
I actually did bring yeah, I only brought 3 today.
Oh man, I love you. Look, y'all. This is really a pleasure. Y'all, all 3 are definitely going to have to come back on my show, because
definitely,
you know, I go off of spirit and vibe, and I've met all 3 of you personally, and I felt a spirit from all 3 of you. So that's why I connect with people like that, especially when I know that they're into writing and they're into poetry. So I will definitely have you guys back on the show. This will not be the last time that y'all are on here. Because this show, honestly, not just to inspire others, but to inspire myself. You know, I'm gonna let y'all know something. You know, there's times where I've rewatched shows that I've done with Lady J's media just to inspire myself. I may be going through something one day, wake up one morning, because there's always something going on, running through my head, running through. My wife's the same way. We both constantly going. So You know, sometimes you have to just sit back and take a look at yourself and what you've been doing and the things you need to do to make a change into whatever you want to do to, you know, because whatever you want to do will manifest if you put your all into it. I don't care what it is. I'm telling you, if God give you the vision, I say it all the time. If he give you the vision, he's going to give you the support you need to get that
Yeah.
vision manifested into what you want. He's going to
Yeah.
do it. He did it for me. He's doing it right now, y'all.
Mhm.
He's doing it for me right now. I'm not even going to lie. He's doing it right now. So we get ready to get out of here, man. I may have to start doing 2 hours. I don't know. What y'all think? I may have to
That'll be good.
as usual, you can find my works on Amazon. On Amazon, Unusual Favor is on Amazon for your reading pleasure in the paperback and in the ebook version. And Spitfire Poetry 1, Volume 1, and Spitfire Poetry Volume 2 are also on Amazon. Check out my wife's single Unusual Favor. That song is what started this whole journey of what we're doing as Unusual Favor back in 2014. And to see where God has taken us is absolutely amazing. So, Sunday, this weekend, I will be at, shout out to Happy Nappy Poets in the Park. Happy Nappy Poets in the Park, Winnow Park, Sunday, July 11th, between 1 and 8 p.m. Make sure y'all come on out and see some of them wonderful vendors. I'll be out there with my books and my t-shirts. Come on out and have some fun. There's all types of vendors, food, everything. So bring the children, have a good time. Walter, Queen of the Pen, and Jasmine, thank you guys for coming on. This was an absolute pleasure. You are now a part of the Spitfire family. I will be contacting
Yes.
y'all again to come back on the show. God bless all three of y'all, and please be safe out here. Like I always say, if you want to be blessed, you have to bless other people. If you
Yes.
don't bless
Yes.
nobody else, how you gonna be blessed?
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Yes.
I love y'all. Y'all be safe out here. Good night now.
All right.
Good night. Be
Yes.
safe.
Good night. Good night,
Be
everyone.
blessed.
Be blessed.
Absolutely, guys. Thank
Good
you.
night,
Awesome,
guys.
awesome job, bro.